spoiler-free review. I recently had the pleasure to watch this movie in a theater with my friends. While we're suckers for horror movies, I'll admit that I'm not big with watching every single film in the Conjuring universe. I've only seen The Conjuring 2, The Nun 1, Annabelle Comes Home, and of course, The Nun 2. So here's what I think. It's totally worth the watch. This sequel is a huge upgrade to its predecessor and enlightens me to watch the rest of the movies in the trilogy. The Nun 2 exceeded all the expectations I had for this new entry, as I previously thought it would end up either being worse or comparable to the first Nun movie, which I thought was borderline bad and okay. For a horror film, The Nun 2 meets all the requirements. It really has it all. Despite its silly storyline and somewhat sloppy build-up, it's action-packed with sick jump scares occurring every 10 minutes or so. It's got amazing details, as well as some awesome CGI. I also think Bonnie Aarons plays Valak really well. I couldn't imagine any other actress playing a more terrifying version of her. Some great performances from Reed and Farmiga also sugarcoats the movie's silliness, at least in my opinion. All in all, I think The Nun 2 is an awesome film, and serves its predecessor justice. It's probably the best of the Conjuring films I've seen. Can't wait to watch the rest. As well as the scariest. Again, I am a big sucker for the horror genre, and this movie immediately. An R rating works very well here. The visceral demonic carnage starts off from the very first scene of the film, which set the ominous tone. I knew straight away director of The Nun 2 was going to bring it, so I strapped in. The Nun 2 achieves some very interesting and violent death scene and ramps up the terror. Filmmaker Michael Chaves swung for the fences and it paid off. Do you like a good period piece? Because that's what this horror film is. The film was very visually atmospheric. I cannot speak enough about how amazingly they expanded the Conjuring universe with this installment. The Nun 2 explores more deeply into the characters, Irene, Morris, and Nun itself and their stories. I definitely did not expect it to be this good, being the sequel to The Nun, cause it was absolutely terrifying and one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I thought they had given their all into that film and couldn't top it off, but with this edition they proved me wrong. The plot, storyline, and the pace of movie was absolutely phenomenal and interesting, being related to the first movie. And you can feel the essence of the first one throughout with
semula
the
dikira
flashbacks.
sudah mati. Ternyata suster dedemit ini muncul lagi, mulai meneror dari gereja di Paris di mana ia terkurung. Ibarat napi lah si iblis ini, mendekam di penjara tapi masih bisa mengontrol orang dari dalam buat misinya. Ya begitulah yang terjadi. Valak masih ada, menggunakan tubuh Morris, pelayan di sebuah boarding school, untuk mengambil mata iblis yang terkubur di sebuah ruangan bersama dengan benda-benda kuno lain. Silan setannya masih belum berada di level mencekam seperti exorcism di film-film horor kebanyakan. Plot hole yang cukup banyak, yang meninggalkan pertanyaan yang begitu banyak juga. Misalnya nih, kayak apa yang dimaksud Suster Debra soal ibunya yang mati terbakar itu adalah korban di gereja Katolik yang sempat diperlihatkan dalam sebuah jejak foto dan bekas kebakaran. Dan bagaimana awal mula Suster Debra sukarela melibatkan dirinya membantu Suster Ai. Filmnya tidak menjelaskan hal sesimpel itu, atau bahkan terlihat emosi yang berkecamuk kalau emang semua karena ibunya. Kemudian soal peran besar Vatikan atau mungkin asosiasi pengusir setan keuskupan Fontois di Paris soal hal ini, seolah semua sudah diputuskan kalau hal ini ya urusan Suster Irene. Intinya karena dia pernah terlibat lah, si suster lah yang diutus. Sebenarnya bukankah hal yang sesimpel ini kerap disertakan ya di setiap film-film horor yang berbau teror iblis dan sejenisnya yang melibatkan gereja Katolik. Kemudian bagian akhir yang sebenarnya mulai makin tambah menarik, tapi sayangnya ditutup dengan ending yang lagi-lagi masih mengulang treatment yang hampir sama seperti dengan 2018. Padahal potensi di akhir ini besar kan. Ini berubah jadi lebih menarik, begitu juga dengan channel ini. Aku berharap demikian. Oke, back to topic. The Nun 2 menghadirkan plot cerita yang lebih rapi kali ini. Ya singkirkan dulu lah plot hole-nya, setidaknya benang merahnya nggak kusut. Tahu memulainya dari mana dan harus mengakhirinya dari mana juga. Jump scare-nya jauh lebih menarik kali ini. Meski tetap aja dari semua jump scare scene yang dihadirkan, scene burung lewat itu yang paling serem sih. Tapi yang baiknya, The Nun 2 ini tidak memaksakan diri untuk nakut-nakuti penonton dengan kesan dan cara yang berlebihan.